Hey guys, I am Ramen. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, the topic of marital rape and should it be criminalized in India. This is the topic that we are going to discuss. But first of all, what is the context of discussing this particular topic? Recently, High Court of Delhi is just hearing a petition regarding criminalization of marital rape, and it has sought the stand of the central government on this issue. But recently, what central government has said to the Delhi High Court that it needs reasonable time to formulate its stand on the issue of criminalizing of marital rape. So guys, let us discuss, but first of all subscribe my YouTube channel Himanopedia. So guys, firstly there is a question, is marital rape defined in India? Let me clear, marital rape is not defined in India at all, neither in any statute nor in any law. But various NGOs, RIT foundations and All India Democratic Women's Association and many men and women are just demanding to strike down the exception granted to husbands under the Indian rape law. Now what is this exception? There is a question about what exception we are talking about. This is the exception to section 375. Now what is section 375? It is the Indian Penal Code section which defined the rape and its punishment for the rape. So firstly let me clear it to you, what is this exception? This exception says that IPS in this exception, it is husband is exempted from forcible sexual intercourse by a man with his own women, or I can say with his own wife, from the offense of rape. That means a husband, if a husband is committing any kind of sexual activity and forceful sexual activity with his wife, then it will be not counted in rape. So this is all exception that we are going to discuss. But previously there was a provision that husband will be exempted if he done sexual intercourse with his wife aged 15 or above. But nowadays what Supreme Court did, it have just changed this provision and said if wife is above 18, then if husband conducts sexual activity, be it forcible sexual activity, it will not be counted in rape. So this exception in law was carved out with, to the favor the conjugal rights of the husband and is based on the doctrine which believes a woman on marriage grants an irrevocable sexual consent to her husband. That means ये लॉ इस हिसाब से बनाया गया है कि मैरिज हुआ, इसका मतलब ये है कि वाइफ ने जो है ऑलरेडी कंसेंट दे दिया है कि आप सेक्सुअल एक्टिविटी परफॉर्म कर सकते हो। ये हमारे सोसाइटी का माइंडसेट है, उसके हिसाब से ये एक्सेप्शन जो है लॉ में दिया गया है। सो गाइज, फर्स्टली व्हाट वी नीड टू think, we need to critically analyze this topic. Moreover, many a times wife is being forced to perform oral and anal sex, which is against the order of nature, and we can term it as unnatural sex or cruelty against women. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि हस्बैंड वाइफ से जो है ओरल और एनल सेक्स करने के लिए कहता है, और अगर वाइफ एग्री नहीं करती है, वाइफ डिनाई कर देती है इस तरह की एक्टिविटी करने से, तो होता क्या है, व्हाट हैपेंस, सी हैज़ टू फेस वायलेंस एंड एब्यूज़। उसे क्रिवेलिटी फेस करनी पड़ेगी, वायलेंस फेस करना पड़ेगा, एब्यूज फेस करना पड़ेगा, और कई बार मेंटल स्ट्रेस भी फेस करना पड़ता है। सो दिस इज़ द प्लाइट ऑफ द वीमेन पर्टिकुलरली इन इंडिया। सो now there is a doctrine of consent. Now what is the doctrine of consent? Consent in a relationship is when partners mutually agree to sexual activity, be it hugging, be it kissing, be it touching, or sexual activity, anything it can be. But consent is the necessary thing that we need to have. Both partners must be consenting. Consent is not simply just granting permission for a particular activity, like you have just asked permission once that suppose we are just performing sexual activity with somebody, but we just have asked for consent once. and when we get consent we say that every time we need not to get consent. तो consent must be given each time and a person can always change their mind. मे बी वाइफ है उसका मन ना हो, उसके दिमाग में कुछ और चल रहा हो, उसका जो है ये सब एक्टिविटी करने का मन ना कर रहा हो, तो कंसेंट इज़ द की. कंसेंट ज़रूरी है, बहुत ज़रूरी है. और मोर ओवर जो है द लॉ कमीशन इन इट्स 172nd रिपोर्ट, द लॉ कमीशन हैज सेड अपोज्ड क्रिमिनलाइजिंग मैरिटल रेप ऑन द ग्राउंड दैट इट मे अमाउंट टू एक्सेसिव इंटरफेरेंस विद द मैरिटल रिलेशनशिप. तो लॉ कमीशन ने कहा कि इसको क्रिमिनलाइज करने से जो है शादी के बाद के जो संबंध हैं उनमें बहुत ज़्यादा हम लोग जो है इंटरफियर कर देंगे. बट moreover what it said that forced sexual intercourse by a husband can be treated as an offense just like any other physical violence by a man against his wife. So this is the law commission report and it was against the criminalization of marital rape in India because there is some societal issues involved in it. And in 2016 the government told to the Rajya Sabha, in the Rajya Sabha what government has said that the concept of marital rape was an international one, that this concept is international, not Indian derived concept and cannot be applied in the Indian context. Why it can't be applied? The reason was given that there is poverty, गरीबी है कंट्री में, illiteracy है, लोग कम पढ़ा लिखा है, सोशल कस्टम्स है, इस पे बहुत सारे हमारे जो है रीति रिवाज हैं, बहुत सारे जो है परंपराएं हैं, रिलीजियस बिलीफ्स, धार्मिक भावनाएं हैं एंड सैंक्टिमोनी ऑफ मैरिज, और मैरिज को बहुत ज़्यादा हम लोग पवित्र मानते हैं, बहुत सारे रूल्स उसमें हम लोग दे रखे अपने सोसाइटी में. सो इन कारण से जो है इसको अप्लाई करना इंडियन कॉन्टेक्स्ट में वो अच्छा नहीं होगा, ये बताया गया है. देन if we think from the perspective of the constitution and fundamental rights, article 14 of the Indian constitution ensures, what it ensures, that the state shall not deny any person equality before law and equal protection of laws within the territory of India. Although what I want to say, although the constitution guarantees equality to all, but Indian criminal law discriminates against women who are raped by their husbands. Literally sometimes they are being raped by their husbands because many a time they have to perform this activity against their consent. So decriminalization of marital rape is gross violation of her fundamental right. And what are those fundamental rights involved? That is basic right to privacy and choice. Moreover, she has right to decide whether she wants to perform sexual activity or not. Every person have the right. I mean, I just have privacy on my body, you just have privacy of your own body. Then why somebody comes and do whatever he want to do with our body? Then consent is necessary. A marriage doesn't mean irrevocable consent to perform sex and also not to perform unnatural sexual acts such as anal sex and oral sex. But Indian men can legally rape their wives. This is the current scenario in India. This is what I want to just say. Ironically, Indian men can legally rape their wives. Marriage is a license to rape in India. No doesn't mean no in a marriage in India. Not all rape is rape in India. I'm talking about the exception to the section 375 of IPC. So it should be criminalized because it is gross violation of the modesty of women, dignity of women, its basic fundamental right to privacy, right to equality of the women. So what we need to have is a comprehensive approach. Neither law alone can't change people. People's mindset need to be changed. So the awareness among the people, awareness is the key among the people of society with stringent, accountable and well implemented laws shall be a boon to victims and help to cure the deeply rooted sexism, patriarchal mindset, asymmetrical relations within a marriage, and a real sense provide justice and development to the suppressed. And who are suppressed in this case? This is the women, those are being suppressed in this case. Firstly, sexism, we just think women from the perspective of the sex and patriarchal structure. इन अपने सोसाइटी में क्या है कि मेल जो है, जो पुरुष है, उसको बहुत सारा राइट मिला हुआ है, बहुत ज़्यादा उसको छूट मिलता है, बहुत सारा उसको फ्रीडम मिलता है, और मैरिज के बाद में जो है हस्बैंड और वाइफ दोनों के बीच में जो है एसिमेट्रिकल रिलेशन होता है। हस्बैंड ज़्यादा पावर जो है गेन करता है और वाइफ के पास कम राइट्स होते हैं, उसको सप्रेस किया जाता है, दबाया जाता है। तो इन सब चीज़ों से अगर निपटना है तो बेशक हमें कानून में भी जो है स्ट्रिंजेंट कानून बनाना पड़ेगा और जो है हस्बैंड को भी अकाउंटेबल जिम्मेदार ठहराना पड़ेगा। सो दिस वाज द डिस्कशन अबाउट द टॉपिक ऑफ मैरिटल रेप. So guys, if you like my video, my way of discussing things, then please subscribe my YouTube channel and like the video. Thanks for watching.